Hello, my name is Tina and this tutorial is going to focus on courses as a part of site administration. Courses here are, let's say, flesh and blood of the course, and it's very important to be aware of the features that a manager of the Moodle site has to take care of. So first of all, we see here three areas: courses with several items, and activity chooser, and the backups. I'm going to start with this: manage courses and categories. So here we see the overview of the possibilities, and here we have on left side manage course categories and courses, and we can see here we have button to create new category if you want, and we see here different icons which tell us what we can do with the courses which are categories which are already here. So we can hide them, we can change their position, move down, or perhaps in this case move up. We can click on this, and that gives us more information, more options to view, to add it, to create a new subcategory within the category, to delete it completely, to look at the cohorts, provide filters, restore course if we have deleted or by accident or on purpose something, and to go to content bank. So we can select categories, and we always click sort if you want to change something, and again we have to choose the how to move, select categories, and we click this button. Since I haven't made any changes, I'm not going to save anything. Just to have a look at this. So create a new course, sort courses. So we have options whether we will sort them by full name or ascending, descending direction, maybe by short names or by ID number if we have one, maybe the time when the courses were created, and we can also select the number of courses per page. So we can have fewer or more or all on the same page. So again, we have here the button to edit, then to copy, delete, hide, or move down. So, for example, if I want to create a new course, I can click on this button, and I select here teacher training course, add a new course. So, for example, it's a general, and I can, let's say, write working with adults, beginners, and I can, for example, I can make it and for example I can choose here just adult learners 1, for example, and as for the category, I already have it here. I may perhaps change it, but in this case I'm going to keep it this way, and I can decide whether I will how visible it can be. It says course appears in the list of courses, so whether it's visible on the first page. I can also select the date or enable, or if I don't want any end of course, I can, if I want to keep it open, I can disable this, or if I want to, of course it will be crazy to have it in one day, maybe I can simply change something like let's say 10th of June or July, perhaps, if I want to. No, it's if I want to allow my learners short time, maybe till next year will be too much, for example, but I can create ID number if I want, and I can also add description. Let's say the course is meant for adult learners without prior knowledge of English. Maybe I should have used here in the name. Actually, it's the wrong. I might have been more creative. So maybe it seems confusing as if I'm creating an English course, but perhaps because it's teacher training one, maybe for teachers without much experience in working with adult learners, perhaps they would find useful tips about how to approach this age group of learners, especially when they are at the starting point and they do not have, if a teacher perhaps doesn't speak L1 of the learner, these teachers really need a lot of support and ideas how to access their learners. So perhaps the course would be on that. Okay, so whatever we do, basically here we can also add some pictures to illustrate or to as a sort of course picture. We can also here adjust other things about course. We can select a topic format, we have a lot of options. We can have a number of sections. We can perhaps hide some of the sections. We can also decide on course layout. So we can have all the sections on one page, so the learners will have the overview, they have idea, or perhaps one section per page, which is something which is again more clear, perhaps less confusing. Then we can decide on appearance. Okay, a number of announcements, show gradebook to students. Okay, there are different options and details that we perhaps will explore when we come up with the exact course and see what we find really important. Then file and uploads. So perhaps if we want either instructions of the course to upload some files, or perhaps students to add something like assignments or tasks to be completed, then we have to define the size of the file that can be uploaded. Then we also may provide tracking for the completed assignments, which is, I think, very useful feature, both for instructors but most of all for learners, because they have clear idea what they have completed or what is ahead of time. Then we have groups, whether we would like to let's check here whether people will work in groups and how visible would be they, if perhaps we have groups of learners who do the same task, and perhaps it's good not to let's say copy paste or imitate what the other group is doing, so perhaps we shouldn't make their activities visible. But again, if we want them to cooperate some way to provide peer review of other people's work, we can, or suggestions, we can allow them to be visible. Then we also define default grouping, and we can also have here allow change of the names and roles in the course. And we have here tags. We already discussed that. That's the way how the learner can access certain content. So we have two buttons, blue buttons here, save and return. So basically we can save what we have done so far and then return to some of the other features that we need to specify and work on. If we have completed our work, we can save and display, so it will be visible right away in the on the website. So since I made some changes here, not that many, but okay, I created a name, so let's have a look how it looks like. So English for adult learners, beginners, general, and topic 4. Will need to do more details on that, and so that's about it. So I hope this tutorial was useful. Goodbye until the next video.